Finally, here's that item of general interest we promised. As an investor or geologist, would you recognize an epithermal gold deposit if you saw one? How big are they? Well, that's a question we find interesting too. I'd like to share with you some work we've done on deposit footprints. Now, you're probably aware that epithermal deposits come in two end members. High sulfidation deposits are located near volcanic centers, frequently above intrusions, whereas low sulfidation deposits are further away. Let's have a look at the deposit footprints for each of these two classes of epithermal deposits. Let's start with high sulfidation deposits. Here's a plan view of the Goldfield Mining District. Now, if you know Goldfield, you realize something's fishy about this plot, and you're right. We've rotated the mining district on its side, so the long axis runs left to right, and the short axis runs up and down. We're going to do that with all of the subsequent deposit footprints and lay them one on top of the other. Goldfield was where high sulfidation style epithermal mineralization was first recognized, and it's a rich spot. Here's Paradise Peak in Nevada. Gemfield, just north of Goldfield, currently being developed by Waterton. Here's Hope Brook in Newfoundland. This is Pueblo Viejo, a Newmont mine in the Dominican Republic. Lagunas Norte, a Barrick mine. Now, Pascua-Lama would not be a mine were it not for two rich breccias, the Breccia Central and the Breccia Pedro. Here's Pirarina. And finally, let's look at the Anacocha District in Peru. This has over 20 high sulfidation deposits, and at the time I got these footprints, it had an aggregate of about 48 million ounces of gold in resources. Here's Cerro Yanacocha, Chaquicocha, Carachugo, Coramayo El Tapado, Cerro Quilich, Macui, and San Jose. If we lay all of these high sulfidation footprints on top of each other, shade them a bit so we can see where they overlap, it seems to us that most of them would fit in an area of about 1,200 meters by 600 meters. We think that's a dimension worth keeping in mind. Turning to low sulfidation deposits, here's Shumaki in California, Grouse in Idaho. Here's Mule Canyon in Nevada, and the big bonanza on the Comstock lode. Imagine jamming 5 million ounces of gold equivalent in such a small area. Here's Sleeper in northern Nevada, Sunbeam in Idaho, and La Guitarra in Mexico. This has such a small footprint because the deposit follows nearly vertical fissure veins. Fortuna Silver San Jose mine has a slightly larger footprint, but nonetheless the veins are moderate to steeply dipping, so there isn't a big one. Here's Hishikari in Japan, a very rich camp. Cerro Mojon in Mexico, and McLaughlin in California. This is a high-level epithermal system in the sinter class. Here's Fruta del Norte in Ecuador, and Delamar in Idaho. Finally, this is Round Mountain, the granddaddy of them all. Now, if we lay all of these low sulfidation deposits one on top of the other, we find that the majority would fit in an area of about 800 by 200 meters. We think these are dimensions worth keeping in mind. So that's it. Thanks for watching.